Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking football, family, and a little bit of primetime flair, because Deion Sanders might have just sent a not-so-subtle message to the New Orleans Saints, and it's all about his son, Shedeur Sanders. So, buckle up because this story has some real NFL draft spice. Alright, so here's the deal. Out of nowhere, Shedeur Sanders has suddenly become a hot draft projection for the New Orleans Saints. A few weeks ago, people thought he was a guaranteed top 6 pick, no questions asked. But now, some teams have filled their quarterback needs with vets, and suddenly, boom, Shedeur might actually be available at number 9, and guess who's sitting right there at pick 9? Yep, the New Orleans Saints. Look, the Saints have been on the hunt for their true franchise quarterback for a while now, and Shedeur? He's not just talented, he's being talked about as one of the top 2 QBs in this year's class, so of course people are starting to connect the dots. But here's where things get really interesting. Colorado had their pro day recently. The Saints sent QB coach Scott Tolzien and WR coach Keith Williams. Nothing too flashy, right? But then, bam, Deion Sanders, aka Coach Prime, ends his ESPN interview by looking right at the camera and saying, "I like these colors," while pointing to his black and gold Colorado gear. Black and gold, just like the Saints. Colors. Coincidence? Nah, Coach Prime knows exactly what he's doing. And it doesn't stop there. When asked about Shedeur going to New Orleans, Deion said he loves the team's colors, the food, the vibe of the city, all of it. That's some serious love for the Big Easy coming from the Sanders camp. So is this a hint, a nudge, a little public matchmaking? Honestly, it kind of feels like all of the above. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Shedeur still has to be on the board at pick 9. There's a good chance he goes earlier, somewhere between picks 2 and 6. If that happens, sorry, Saints fans, y'all are out of luck. But if he's still available when New Orleans is on the clock, the team has a major decision to make. Do they go all in on Shedeur, or do they roll the dice with someone like Spencer Rattler or a day 2 QB? If the answer is yes to Shedeur, then let's just say those black and gold colors might become a permanent look for the Sanders family. All right, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Deion's sending real signals to the Saints? Should New Orleans go after Shedeur if he's still on the board at 9? Smash that like button if you're hyped for the NFL Draft, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss our next football breakdown. Catch y'all next time.